Now you got me wondering.
The flyer says the 20th too. I always thought it was the 27th.
It says the 20th?
Huh?
Oh, okay. Then we're wrong.
God bless. Oh, man, are we wrong? Oh, man. All right. Our DB group, Real Talk. So please introduce yourselves.
Yeah, well, I'm your partner, Juan, and I got Dan Castro from State Farm here today with us.
State Farm. Talk to us about insurance prices, man. What's going on?
They're going up.
They're going up. Yeah, everything is going up. So obviously, therefore, we're just the middle person, obviously, and we're there to pay out. So when things do go up in price, we have to increase premiums in order to, offset that additional cost.
But how's that conversation go with the client? Like, hey, Dan, my policy just went up $500 for the year. What can you do, or how can you help me?
Yeah, most of the time, it depends. So if it's things that we cannot control, let's say, for instance, on a homeowner's, the replacement cost goes up. Yeah. And what I do is I want to make sure people understand that you have more coverage, therefore you have to pay more money. Yep. Okay. But when there are rate increases in general, I explain it in a very easy way. So I tell people, for every $1,000 of insurance you have, if you pay $1 and then it goes up 10%, then you're not going to pay $1 anymore. You're going to pay $1.10. Yeah. Yes. So therefore, the same coverage will have a higher amount of premium. And some people tend to understand it very well. Yeah. Some they just don't feel it's.
I'm a little buzzed right now, Dan, so I'm trying to keep up with this. I just wanted to make sure we're very clear that premiums are going up across the board. It's not one company. Yeah.
It's all the companies. This is what's happening. Period.
Everybody.
Well, you got fires, you got hurricanes, you got everything, tornadoes.
And these companies have to make up for those losses into other different territories. It is what it is.
I think natural disasters overall in the last few years, it's just crazy, man. All the things that you see happening. So that's why insurance companies can't make money. So you got to bump up the premiums.
Are you in any of these fun states? Florida, California?
No, I'm only licensed in Illinois. So, and I try to stay away from certain states unless they're neighboring states. Yeah. I've looked into, maybe possibly getting licensed in Wisconsin. Which is, it's pretty similar to the way that we do business here in Illinois.
We don't have any natural disasters in Illinois, right? We're safe.
We're safe now. Well, so what would you say, like an agent in Florida, what are they dealing with? And like, is State Farm out there in Florida? And how's that?
So my understanding is that there's a lot of requirements for new business. Okay. So that's something that they have to deal with when it comes to, obviously properties. The biggest issue is the risk. Yeah. And because there isn't that many options in many insurance companies, State Farm gets to be selective because they have that state run insurance company that basically, if you don't find coverage anywhere else, they'll take you in. But they have limits on how much they can cover you, and then deductibles are really high. Right, so gotcha. A lot of people try to stay away from it and try to find something with a affordable premium, if anything, and also a lower deductible. Yeah. And that's where State Farm can say, well, if you're going to come to us, obviously, let's make sure that we've got the right risk.
Well, it's got to make sense, right? Yeah. I think we got to get to the real question. What kind of watch is that?
It's a Breitling.
My man. Yeah, I love Breitling. That's a good company, man. Good watches. Are you a watch fan, or is that just something you just got?
I have a few of them. I love watches. Yeah. This is a gift from my wife. So
let's go, Grace.
Nice. Good job, Grace.
Come on now. Ladies, step up. That's cool, man.
My watch soon.
We have an event with Grace. And we just confirmed. We were all confused. It was the 27th or the 20th, but it's the 20th. What are we going to learn, man? Because we did it before. Yeah. And we wanted to remix it a little bit to be more of a workshop.
More of a workshop for realtors, what they need to know about writing off certain expenses, how much should they write off, what are the red flags that the IRS looks at? Yeah. Those are the things that realtors need to know, especially newer realtors when they're doing their first Schedule C and they're filling out their income and expenses. They need to know all these kind of items. So I think it'll be a good workshop, and Grace did a great job last time. So
we're going to teach everyone how to pay zero taxes is what we're doing.
I guess so.
Why the hell not? It's fascinating because if you know the rules of the game, you get to pay less. Yeah. So it's like, let's just expose those secrets.
Yes, but at the same time, you're trying to qualify, and we have very limited income. Though we have to go to specialty products.
You're the best at what you do, sir. Just do a 1099 loan or a bank statement loan. That's
exactly.
Nice.
So that's funny. Cool, Dan actually was a loan officer. Yeah. I met him at Chase. That's how we hooked up. And this is how many years ago was that? Like 15 years ago? Has it been a while?
Something like that. Yeah, about 15 years ago.
I think it was 2010. Honestly, I think it was 2010 that
it wasn't that fun back then.
It was
so we were both working at Chase.
But Chase had territories, right?
Yeah.
Like you would cover this area.
Yeah, I would cover a couple branches.
And it was still hard, huh?
Yeah.
It was pretty tough. I mean, I think for loan officers in general, it was, the market was not where it is right now.
Yeah.
And we kind of hooked up because we knew the mortgage language. So we just started talking more and more, and we just had a relationship ever since. So when did you leave to State Farm? When was that, Dan? 5 years now?
No, it's been about 9 years.
Holy cow. It's been 9 years.
Oh, shit, good for you.
Yeah.
So once I left Chase, I went straight to State Farm, basically.
Yeah.
And it's been about 9 years. Yeah. But we stayed in touch, obviously.
Oh, yeah. Throughout the time.
There was a lot of stuff that we can do to help each other out.
Yeah.
So, it's crazy how like the trajectory of like people's careers like kind of went different ways back in like 2010 after like the whole chaos, right? The big recession. I launched my career when people were trying to leave, man. Like, that's when I started kicking ass.
And I reset at the same time. So I had a reset because of the whole crash. And that's why I started working at Chase to get relationships again. And that really helped me change, go back into mortgages full time. So
that's awesome, man. How do you like insurance?
I love it. I mean, it's something that I didn't think it was as interesting when I started, but the fact that you get to help out people in many ways. I love talking about life insurance and how, you can have someone, crying in front of you, telling you their story and the things that have happened in their life. And how, this money can help financially.
So how scary is it to get insurance? As a young 38-year-old, what's my process?
To get life insurance? Yeah. It's easy as taking an application. 10-minute application.
Doug, you drink too much, you won't qualify.
I won't qualify. It's funny. I shouldn't say this, but I remember I got life insurance. They're like, don't eat, don't do nothing. Yeah. I took all these vitamins. I'm like, I want to like test out superhero. And I still had to pay a lot because I'm old. So.
That's the way shit happens. Yeah. The more you wait, the more it's going to cost.
So kids should have life insurance.
Yeah. And that's what I recommend to every single parent. Get life insurance on your kids.
Yeah, because it's nothing, right?
The cost is very low. And typically if you get something that's permanent, then what happens is the cost is going to stay the same for the rest of their life.
So are you recommending whole or term for the kid?
For the kid, definitely whole life. Yeah, because you're locking in.
So when they're 18, they're good to go.
Right. Yeah. So the idea is that they'll have it forever, and hopefully they'll build cash value if they don't need it. At the end of the day, there's money there,
and you could borrow against it. So that's all good, man. So it's all smart moves.
Yeah.
And it's cheap. I mean, $20, $30.
Yeah, something like that.
It's like a bill at this day and age.
Yeah.
What do eggs cost? $30? I don't know.
The thing is, nobody teaches you about this when you're younger, or especially in Latino communities.
Yeah.
That's like the last thing on your mind is buying like life insurance, so a lot of times their focus is, I want to buy a house and I want to pay it down. That's my main goal, is just paying it down and not having a mortgage, so kind of get them out of that train of thought and investing in.
Do you have life insurance?
Yes, I do.
I did a weird term, whole hybrid thing. Mm-hmm. So like, if someone wanted to kill me now. Because like in 10 years, I think like it's only worth like maybe $1 million. But right now,
who's your beneficiary, Doug?
I actually, ironically, I put weird people. Right now, I do. People. I swear to God, I do some weird things.
Oh my God.
I hope they don't kill me. But it's actually, I think I put you, Yaz, and Stephanie.
No, you did not.
I swear.
No, you
I
did
swear.
not.
I'll show you right when we get out of here. Matter of fact, I'll post it. I'll post beneficiaries.
Okay, don't do that.
I got my mom, my brother on certain things. I just do random shit.
Yeah,
it's weird.
And good thing you mentioned that you would have put Juan on the policy, because a lot of business owners don't know that there is policies that are designed to help protect that partnership per se. Yeah. So in reality, there's many ways. Like for example, there's a policy that will pay off the family or the person that will inherit that part of the business.
Love it.
So if there's two people, the life insurance buys out the other person. So then the person that's left in that partnership will be the sole owner of the company.
Set that up for CCM here.
Yeah, I like that.
Take over this whole fucking thing, dude. Yeah, I still have my ex on some shit, bro. That's what I'm saying. I do random things, man.
What?
Wild, bro.
Don't even say that.
Yeah, I'm just kidding.
Don't get all excited.
Yeah, fuck. No, anyway, man. So I appreciate you coming here, man. Sure. We definitely want to plug the event further because I think what Grace is dropping, she's not holding back any secrets. Yeah. But I want to get to the fun part.
Yeah.
So, do you know what we do here? Like, are you prepared to drink?
Yeah, I can drink. I mean, it's fine.
It's Friday. That's why we picked Fridays.
Friday, yeah.
All right. So we do 3 spins.
Okay.
If you land on a question that you're like, that's too invasive, no worries. Just take a penalty shot. But if you answer it, we all drink with you.
Okay.
That's it.
Sounds good.
That's it. Cool. Do a spin.
Sounds good. All right.
First spin for Danny.
He's probably the first time to ever do like a perfect spin. All right. If you were arrested, what would Grace think it was for? What did Dan do? Insurance fraud, probably. Right?
I love that.
Man, I don't know. Driving on a suspended license, maybe.
Really?
What would be the suspended license for?
I had a situation where my license was suspended, as a matter of fact, because of a vehicle I bought for my mom.
Okay.
And it started accumulating tickets.
Damn it, Mom.
And I didn't know because those tickets would go into a different address.
Oh no!
And then I find out that my license was suspended because of that.
Damn.
It's funny because I didn't get pulled over. I had a small accident and the cop knew me and she's like, "Hey, I'm not gonna arrest you like right here. Let's just meet up somewhere else."
Oh.
And she
so
just
kind.
said,
"So kind. I'm not gonna embarrass you here.
Go back to work.
Go here.
Put the stuff away, like stuff that you don't want to take with you, and then I have to take you in." So
that's dramatic, brother.
Oh, I know.
What the fuck?
He's like, "What's going on?
What do you mean? My license is suspended?" He's like, "Yeah, you've got a bunch of tickets on this car." And I'm like, "Oh, Mom, shoot. I know what happened here."
Man, I'll let Rick pull that shit. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Take that car.
It's not my car.
What car? That's hilarious. All right, we'll take a shot, man. You answer. And we have tradition. We try to get JT wasted.
Everybody takes a shot then?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, if you answer, everybody takes a shot. So.
All right, cheers. All right. I'm going to bed after this one.
All right.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it's honey whiskey.
Yeah.
That's what I used to drink
years
ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now they got that peanut butter whiskey. That's pretty good too.
We need to get a private label. How do we do that?
I don't know.
That'd be fun. I just came back from Mexico and I created our own tequila blend.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So we need to create
that
like
was good, actually. It's really
I'm going to have you try it right after this.
Yeah.
Cool. Anyway, Squirrel, let's spin number 2. Good spin, man. You need to do like a tutorial on how to spin this thing. Who is your favorite lender and why?
That would be you guys. I think that with, the reciprocal relationship that we have, if we have anybody that's interested in buying a home, we definitely share Juan's information. So knowing the way that he does things and the way that he explains things, I trust anybody, to go with him. I mean, actually, my team member is doing the loan with you.
Yeah.
So he works the same way as I would, or as I did when I did loans as well. So I think making sure that people understand what they're getting into.
Well, let me rephrase it, man. If you were to help a realtor pick a lender, what quality should they be looking for?
I think knowledge is important. Although, there's many new people out there that may not have it, but at least have that support from the team they're working with, because that's really important for somebody to be able to explain things to customers.
We call that mortgage vision.
Yeah.
If you don't know how to navigate through things,
right.
Good luck.
And another thing that I love is the responsiveness on any requests. So
Juan will answer in his sleep.
Yeah,
I try instantly.
But that's why we build teams, right?
Yeah,
he has a whole team. If right now, if he gets an email, his team's responding to it, right? We built it that way. And then afterwards, he's going to go do his due diligence and handle business like he should. But I think realtors sometimes select friends or who they could go drink with I don't know if that's best for your client.
Yeah.
Right.
Or best for business.
Or business, man. You know, I need to make sure that my client's going to have a good experience. So then that's when you get word of mouth referrals.
Yeah, that's why I love working with Dan, because he thinks the same way. Like, he knows that if I'm sending something, we're expecting something kind of right away. We need to get a quote going. You know, it's not something we sit on for like a day or two and then just get back to us.
Can't do that.
You can't do that because you're going to lose that client.
Yeah.
They're going to go somewhere else.
You can't afford that.
Yeah.
And just to elaborate, you want to become friends with your partners, but it shouldn't just naturally be like, oh, my friend just got licensed.
Exactly.
So I don't want to make that sound bad because I'm pretty much friends with only the industry at this point. Right. So, but don't know where I was going with that. we're a few shots into this. We're a few shots in. All right, so you answered that question. That's number 2.
All right, number 2.
This out. And
what other watches do you have, bro?
Cheers. I used to like Movado, so I have a few of them.
Yeah.
Only got one Movado. Is a digital one.
Like maybe 4 or 5. My favorite was it's called Movado 1800. They don't make it anymore.
Oh, okay.
And
I know that had the black strap, right?
No, actually, this one has
the 1800 was the...
It has gold all over. Yeah, so it's gold and platinum. So
yeah, I don't even know about watches like that. I don't know. I know you're Mr. Rolex over there.
Yeah.
Nice.
I like watches.
Yeah, I do like watches, but my budget's like $300.
I don't like the digital stuff because I was like, man, I still like the watch.
Me neither, yeah.
I just have the one digital watch. That's one digital watch.
I'm not knocking it. I mean, I think it makes sense for folks. I mean, I'm out here trying to do cardio anyway. So, you know. But that's cool, man. So you got about 5 watches. Yeah, I like to collect it.
Yeah. And total, I mean, it would probably be about 12. I use probably one all the time, and then I get tired of it, and then go another one.
Yeah. Well, I have a fun fact about my watch collection. My first watch that I bought was a used Movado. I actually have it in the office displayed. And I remember I bought it used for $300, and I was like, at the time, I was like, oh shit, what am I doing right now? I was like, it was so much money, and then I keep that for a reminder that you guys stay humble and shit. Like, you start somewhere.
My mom bought me the first watch was like a gold band, and it was gold, and it was a Citizen watch.
Yep.
And I remember always wearing it, like proud of it, like because you pay a lot of money for it. So I would always get Citizen watches just because of that.
Because of that. That's cool, because of that. Yeah. Brand loyalty for different reasons.
Yeah.
And they last forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, definitely.
You pass those things down, right?
So hopefully, yeah. You got plenty of opportunity.
Yeah, I do. You got 4 kids too. What are you talking about?
I have one boy.
Juan has 29 children. So, all right, let's do the last spin.
All right.
The craziest thing a guest left behind.
Huh?
Who wrote that?
I don't know.
Craziest thing a guest left behind.
Again, I don't even know what that means.
That might be a question for you.
That might be
the right question.
Like, what?
All right. I don't know if this is relevant for you. It says the biggest loan or commission.
Commission, biggest commission. Yeah.
I mean, I did loans, so I can't recall what's the biggest loan, but I think it would have been somewhere around. It was still within like conventional limits, like I don't know, 500,000 or something like that on a multi-unit.
Okay.
Commissions.
Back in the day.
Commissions actually. This is funny because as a commission, the largest amount was as a team member, so I wasn't even an agent yet. It was a $1.2 million deal, and I think my commission was around $22,000.
Oh, nice!
Oh,
that's a good one.
Yeah.
Let's put that person on blast. What's his name?
Share their info.
Give them the address too.
Man, it's crazy. So like big commission months, man. Like this is a humbling industry, man. Because you could have a good month. That's a good year for someone.
Yeah.
And then you could just have a bad month. You got to be able to sustain. Exactly. You know, be careful on how you spend.
Well, commissions nowadays for loan officers are different than back in the day. Back in the day, you can make 3 points out the back, 2 points out the front, so you're making like 5 points. And there were smaller loan amounts.
I missed out on all that.
Yeah, there were small loan amounts. Now it's not that. Now it's a fix. Whatever you're at. So the biggest loan I've closed was actually here at Cross Country. It was
that's like right when you came, right?
Yeah, VA 1.8. And it was 100% finance. So it's no down. 1.8. They were doctors. No down payment. 1.8.
Nice. Doctor loan, no down payment. Let's go.
What was it? A VA. It was a VA. Yeah, it was a VA loan, but no down payment. So they just happened to be doctors, but one was a veteran. So it was a VA
you're
loan.
going to do the VA loan.
Yeah, exactly.
Loan. That makes sense.
So it was amazing. I was like, holy cow, this is amazing.
What was the commission on that?
Well, the unfortunate thing is that we're capped, so you can't make your full no matter what. So we're capped at a certain amount anyway. So I don't know what that ended up being, but it wasn't the full amount that it should have got, which I was bummed out about.
Let's expose how rich Fleitas is.
I made like $1,000.
Enough for dinner. Enough for dinner.
Yeah, that was leftover after I paid all the bills. I did $1,000.
So, nice. I will say, man, like before the whole like steroid years of 2020, 21. Yeah, those are fake years. Yeah, but my best month was 12 million in a month.
Nice. That's amazing, man. That's awesome.
But some other people just do way more than that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, our top guys at CCM,
they're doing that in a week.
Yes.
They're doing this in a week.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
All right, let's do this last
shot.
Yeah. And I got to go sober up.
All right.
Cheers.
Salud. All right. So Dan, to put you on the spot.
Yeah.
What can we expect to learn from your wife Grace on the 20th?
Honestly, I don't know. The way that we do things, like she tries to keep, and you got to keep in mind that I'm also securities licensed. So when it comes to like tax advice, I can't, tell people, hey, here's what you should do so you pay less taxes.
Yeah.
But some other things that she brings, I know it's just a ton of knowledge. A lot of stuff that, like, she's an enrolled agent. Most people don't know what that is, but it truly is somebody that can help you when you have issues with the IRS. And when it comes down to...
When you do fraud.
Right. Well, if you do fraud or if you do something wrong...
She'll fix it.
She'll fix
Guaranteed.
it. And
no jail time.
being able to get to that point and having that title, it just takes a lot of knowledge. I mean, sometimes we share information, like we talk about, how retirement planning can help with the taxes and what can we do to help customers out. But I think that the knowledge that she brings to the table when it comes to understanding, things. And the way I see it is explain it to, a child, explain it to a 10-year-old. Yeah. And then she's able to bring it down to that point where people are able to
understand it.
She's very passionate too. When we had the last event, she's very passionate about, she loves what she does, just like yourself, just like us. And we love that about her. So she can bring that passion when she comes to the event and hopefully help a lot of realtors understand what they need to write off, what they can write off, and not be scared. And
we're going to drop some tips, man. Like, what does your car have to weigh in order to write that bad boy off?
How many miles?
Can you hire your child for a write-off? Serious. I'm dead serious. Yeah. So if you don't know, come.
Yeah.
So other than that, anything else you would like to plug? What does Dan have going on? State Farm.
State Farm. What's going on?
So right now, there's a lot of things going on. I mean, there's a lot of changes with the way that we write policy, especially for homeowners. In my office specifically, what I've done is I just hired another team member. She was onboarded about 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
And some of the things that we feel are going to happen this year is we just have to plug in numbers. We have to continue to quote as much as we can in order to, at the end of the day, the more quoting, the more you close. So that's some of the plans that I have. And I think that, State Farm in general does align things in a way that my business plan aligns with the corporation's plan. And I make sure that I hit my numbers in order to, obviously grow and make more money year over year. But the most important part is making sure that we're doing the right thing for the customer. And that's their motto.
When are we doing our commercial with Jake?
I gotta get State Farm Corporate to approve it. Yeah.
Do you, obviously all the changes that happen in the insurance industry, do you get scared a little bit at all, or do you feel secure with what you're doing and your office and all that?
I gotta be honest, and just like when we worked at Chase, right? That, I thought that was, and to this day, I think it's a great bank, right?
Yeah.
So I'm loyal, and I think, the company that I work for is the best company out there.
Okay.
And I think that the changes that are happening, or the changes are proposed to be, introduced maybe in the next 12 months or so, are definitely aligned with the things that I want out of my own office.
Okay.
And, I trust that State Farm will do what's right for everyone, if anything. So,
it's an Illinois company.
Exactly. So their home their home office is here, and I feel that, every company changes. Like, every company goes through a lot of things.
Always. There's ups and downs, peaks and valleys, for sure.
And I just feel like whenever we get a survey and we want to understand what they're trying to do. And I feel like, this is me. This is what I would do for my business.
At the end of the day, who else has ludicrous in their commercials?
Exactly.
Well, going to what Dan's talking about, like thinking about CCM and like what Ron's built, like we know that we're stable because, other companies are not like CCM, and we feel that comfort that we're going to be around. We're the number one retail mortgage lender, just like State Farm is a top insurance agent. Yep. So they have the backing and they have the knowledge and they have just the right platform, I think, to succeed.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I mean, to your point, what Ron did was pretty much when everyone was going left, he went right.
Yes.
A lot of these other mortgage companies sold a lot of their servicing portfolio.
Exactly.
I mean, we're over 100 billion in servicing, which is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And same for us, man. When you talk about like now you kind of go micro, like when us as a group, we're ready to pivot because we didn't overspend. We don't pay ourselves crazy amount of money. Yeah. We don't need to. We're good. Yeah. We want to take care of the next generation out there. But, when we need to launch a new, office in Tampa, we're ready to do that.
Yeah. So get your Tampa license, man.
Yeah, get that Florida going.
That's going to be awesome.
Yeah, for sure, man. Hey, man, thank you so much and congrats on all your success.
Yes.
Oh, no problem.
We'll see everybody on the 20th.
All right, Danny.
Awesome.
Thanks for coming.
It's an episode. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
So what you think?
It was awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's just a conversation, though. We just hang out.